Hi friends, today I am going to speak about the anatomy of lens. The lens of the eye is a transparent biconvex crystalline structure which is placed between the iris and vitreous in a saucer-shaped depression called as the patellar fossa. The lens is held in position by means of ciliary zonules. In between the lens and the vitreous, there is a potential space which is also known as the retrolental space or the Berger space. The posterior surface of the lens capsule is in contact with the vitreous and it is attached to it in a circular fashion which is also known as the Weger's ligament or hyalodeo capsulary. Coming to various dimensions of the lens, the equatorial diameter of the lens is 6.5 mm at birth and it is about 9 to 10 mm in the second decade and it almost remains constant. The axial sagittal width is about 3.5 to 4.5 mm at birth. It is about 4 mm at 40 years of age and it increases slowly to 4.75 to 5 mm in extremes of old age. The lens grows constantly throughout the life. The weight of the lens at birth is about 65 milligram and it is about 20 to 58 milligram at the age of 80 years. The color of the lens also changes with increasing age. In infants and young adults, it is colorless. After 30 years of age, it develops a slight yellowish tinge, and in old age, it is amber color. The refractive index of lens is about 1.39. The refractive index of the cortex is 1.38 and that of nucleus is 1.42. Coming to the refractive power of the lens, it is about 16 to 17 diopter. The accommodation power of the lens changes as the age progresses. At birth it is about 14 to 15 diopter. At 25 years of age it is 7 to 8 diopter and it is about 1 to 2 diopter at about 50 years of age. The lens has a gradient refractive index as the index increases from the anterior to the center and decreases towards the posterior. Coming to various surfaces and borders, it has anterior and posterior surface. The anterior surface of the lens is less convex than the posterior surface. The radius of curvature of the anterior surface is 10 micrometer whereas that of the posterior surface is 6 micrometer. The thickness or anterior posterior diameter of the lens is about 3.5 mm at birth, which increases about 0.02 mm each year throughout the life. Then the lens consists of basically three things: the lens capsule, then the lens epithelium, and the remaining part is the lens cells or lens fibers. Coming to lens capsule, it is a thin, transparent, homogeneous, collagenous membrane which surrounds the lens completely. It is nothing but the basement membrane of the lens epithelium. It is the thickest basement membrane of the body. It is highly elastic, but it does not contain any elastic tissue. It is thicker anteriorly than posteriorly and it is more thicker at the equator than the poles. It measures about 15.5 micrometer anteriorly and 2.8 micrometer posteriorly. The capsule thickness increases anteriorly with age, but there is little change at the posterior pole. The thinnest part is the posterior pole. The capsule receives the insertion of the zonular fibers anteriorly and posteriorly at the lens, peripherally as well as at the lens equator. On light microscopy, the capsule appears transparent, homogeneous, but under polarized light it appears birefringent. It indicates that the lens capsule has a lamellar structure with fibers arranged parallel to its surface. The capsule of the lens stains positive with PAS, or that is periodic acid-escape reagent, due to presence of glycoprotein matrix. 90% of the age-related loss of accommodation results from change in the capsular elasticity. The capsule is rich in type 4 collagen, but it also contains type 1 and type 3 collagen. The extracellular matrix components of the lens includes laminin, fibronectin, heparin sulfate, proteoglycan and entactin. The layer of the inserting zonular fibers and the related capsular layer were termed as the zonular lamellae by Berger, which is also known as the pericapsular membrane. The zonular lamella may contribute to the adhesive mechanism due to presence of microfibronectin and vitronectin. Coming to the lens epithelium, the epithelium consists of a single sheet of cuboidal cells. The cells are cuboidal in sagittal section but polygonal in surface view. There are about 5 plaque epithelial cells in the mature lens. There is no corresponding posterior epithelium because the posterior epithelium of the embryonic lens is involved in the formation of the primary lens fibers, which come to occupy the center of the lens nucleus. Then the epithelium is further divided into 3 zones. The first zone is the central zone, second one is the intermediate zone, and the third one is the germinative zone. The central zone represents a stable population of cells whose number, like the corneal endothelium, slowly reduces with age. These are polygonal on flat section. The central zone cells do not normally mitose, but they mitose in response to some injury. Following injury, there occurs metaplasia of these central zonal cells, which can give rise to the formation of anterior subcapsular cataract. Coming to the next zone, that is the intermediate zone. The intermediate zone is peripheral to the central zone and its cells are smaller and more cylindrical. Here the mitosis can occur occasionally. Coming to the next zone and the most important zone, that is the germinative zone. It is situated most peripheral and it is situated preequatorially. It is the major site for cell division. From this region, the cells migrate posteriorly to become the lens fibers, though some may migrate forwards into the intermediate zone. Dysplasia of this germinative zone can lead to formation of posterior subcapsular cataract. Then coming to the lens fibers or lens cells, it will be discussed under the following headings. First is formation of the lens fibers, then structure of the lens fibers and structural arrangement of the lens fibers and zonal arrangement of the lens fibers. Coming to formation of lens fibers, the epithelial cells elongate to form the lens fibers. That is both the posterior epithelial cells and the germinative portion of the anterior epithelial cell. They divide to form the lens fibers. At first, the lens fibers are formed from the posterior epithelium, which runs from the posterior to anterior to fill the lens vesicle. These are called the primary lens fibers. Then coming to fiber elongation, following the terminal cell division, one or both the daughter cells pass into the adjacent transitional zone in which the cells are organized into meridional rows. They differentiate into the secondary lens fibers rotating through 180 degree and they elongate both anteriorly and posteriorly. The new lens fibers retain their polarity so that the posterior or basal part of the fibers remain in contact with capsule while the anterior or apical part is separated from it by the epithelium. With increasing differentiation, they become columnar and then pyramidal with their bases towards the capsule. This epithelial mitosis is accompanied by DNA synthesis, while fiber elongation involves increased transcriptional activity and RNA synthesis. Then these fibers undergo a process of terminal differentiation in which the nuclei become pycnotic and finally the nuclei disappears and organelles are lost. Coming to the various structure of the lens fibers are strap-like or spindle-shaped cells which arch over the lens in concentric layers from front to back. On cross section, the lens fibers are almost hexagonal in shape and are bound together by the help of ground substances. the ribosomal content of the newly formed lens fibers is more than the epithelial cells. The nuclei of the lens fibers are present temporarily and the nuclei disappear later on. Mature lens fibers are devoid of any cell organelles. There are various interlocking processes between these cells, and those interlocking processes are ball and socket type and tongue in groove type. The interdigitations are less complicated in the superficial zone of the lens, and this permits the molding of the lens shape during the accommodation. Coming to the structural arrangement of the lens fibers, the initial fibers forming the fetal nucleus just surrounding the embryonic nucleus are arranged in such a way that they terminate with two Y-shaped sutures. Anteriorly, it consists of an upright Y, whereas posteriorly, it consists of an inverted Y. Coming to zonal arrangement of the lens fibers, the lens fibers are formed throughout the life and are arranged in zones. In adults, the lens fibers are arranged compactly as nucleus and cortex of the lens. Coming to various layers of the lens, from inwards to outwards, the first layer is the embryonic nucleus, next is the fetal nucleus, then is the infantile nucleus, then is the adult nucleus, and the most outermost part is the cortex. The embryonic nucleus is formed between 1 to 3 months of gestation. The fetal nucleus is formed from 3 months till birth. The infantile nucleus is formed from birth to puberty, and the adult nucleus is formed from puberty towards the adult life. The cortex is the most peripheral part of the lens, which is composed of recently formed fibers. Coming to applied anatomy of lens, the biomicroscopic stratification of the lens can be done. From front to backwards, there are various layers. First layer is capsule, then it is superficial cortex, the next layer is deep cortex, and the next layer is nucleus. The superficial cortex can further be divided into C1 alpha, C1 beta, and C2. The deep cortex similarly can be divided into C3 and C4. Coming to the surgical anatomy of lens, from surgical viewpoint, the lens can be divided into 4 parts. A central hard nucleus which is surrounded by an epinuclear plate of varying thickness. It is surrounded by cortex and the outermost layer is the capsule. Coming to the grading of the nucleus hardness, the nucleus can be graded according to its color. There are totally 5 grades. The first grade is grade 1 is whitish or greenish yellow, grade 2 is yellow, grade 3 is amber color, grade 4 is brown, and grade 5 is black. Similarly, the hardness of the lens can also be divided, that is the hardness of the lens nucleus can be divided into ultra soft, soft, soft to medium, medium to hard, hard and ultra hard. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.